What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NFL DFS contenders for Monday Night Football. Game 2. We're only looking at Game 2 here. Philadelphia Eagles, Minnesota Vikings. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who is your favorite, least favorite plays for tonight's game. And finally, I need you guys to go click the link in the description of this video. Head on over to Prize Picks, sign up. You don't even have to use a promo code. You can just sign up using that link, get up to $100 on your first deposit. Can't really beat a deal like that. You put in 100, you get another 100. You got to pick player props, over-unders. You don't need an optimizer. If you can pick 5 player props, you can net up to 10x your entry fee. We've got tools at Stokastic.com that will also help you out. Now, rounding out the bottom of my top 10, Jake Elliott, Dallas Goedert, AJ Brown, KJ Osborne, and Dalvin Cook on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, we've got Justin Jefferson. He is 13K, which is nuts. Projected for 21.8 fantasy points. Minnesota, 2.5-point dogs here against Philly. 50-point total, so we should expect some scoring. This should be a fun slate. A lot of options here. 53% chance that Justin Jefferson goes for north of 30. We're just expecting big things here out of Jefferson. 12% chance, though, that he goes for less than 10. Keep that in mind. 13% likelihood he's your optimal captain. 32% optimal at the flex gets him to, it is 45. You see 44 on the screen. It's just rounding issues. Don't worry about it too much. 13% honestly for the MVP, for the captain. That's a monster day out of Justin Jefferson. But would you be surprised at all for a guy with a coin flip chance of going for north of 30? I sure wouldn't. Next up at number 4, just edging out Justin Jefferson, we have Devonte Smith, 5,200. So we're getting quite a bit of savings here. Very different play. Projected for 11.2 fantasy points. Philly, the favorites in this one. Now Smith, likelihood of going big, not high. Goes over 30 fantasy points 7.5% of the time. And you can see a lot of scenarios where he's sub 10, but this breaks right. 5,200. It's a price tag that doesn't get used a lot in these showdown slates. At least for me, this is sort of a dead zone, but I don't think it is for today. 8% chance that he's optimal at captain, 38% chance that he's optimal in the flex spot. That allows him to pass Justin Jefferson. He makes lineups work significantly easier by being at this salary point. I'm going to use him pretty significantly for value. I'm very anxious to see what our ownership projections look like on Smith. I think this could be a spot where we find a little bit of additional value. The Minnesota wide receiver I want to get to most is Adam Thielen, 7,200, projected for 14.3 fantasy points. We know Minnesota slight underdogs, but we're just expecting offense in general here. I'm not too worried about the side in this one. The total being 50 is what's most important to me. 16% chance that he's going to go for north of 30 fantasy points. 45% likelihood that he goes under 10. I think there's some bust potential for Thielen, but he's the first guy to hit that coin flip threshold. 50% of the time, Adam Thielen is in the optimal lineup tonight. That is massive for the 3 spot. 12% likelihood that he is your optimal captain, plus another 39% at the flex. If you're a pass catcher or a running back in this game, no one looks better than Adam Thielen. In at the 2 spot, we get to Kirk Cousins, 9,800, projected for about 20 fantasy points. I personally hope he puts up 400 because that's my wife's quarterback in fantasy. Pour one out for Dak. 30% chance that he goes for more than 30 fantasy points, preferably with a couple throws here to Adam Thielen. 14% likelihood he's your optimal captain, 43% optimal at the flex. That's what looks the best here. To be able to get a quarterback at 9,800, given some of the other prices in this game, this is a spot where I think that I will be unloading on Kirk Cousins. I would not be surprised if he's in basically everything that I do. I think he's going to be undervalued at the flex spot, and that's going to drive him aggressively into all of my lineups. I'm okay with that, given the line, given the total, given the fact that he does have so many offensive weapons. This feels like an excellent time to pick up Kirk Cousins. He just doesn't happen to be the number 1 contender for today. Now, before we get to that number one contender, one last reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at Prize Picks by clicking the link in the description. As if there was going to be somebody else here, number one, Jalen Hurts, 11,600. Hurts projected for 24 fantasy points. He's the favorite here. You're expecting a monster day on the ground. He is also a coin flip to go for north of 30. 51% of the time that happens. The floor is basically an injury. So long as Jalen Hurts plays this game, he should look pretty good here. 17% chance he's your optimal captain. Another 46% at the flex spot, which means that just the flex alone, Jalen Hurts would be your number 4 play. And then you get to add on the fact that he has basically the highest ceiling of anybody else other than maybe Justin Jefferson. You got to go to Jalen Hurts. Now, do I think that he's going to be a tad over-owned today at the flex spot? Yeah, I do. So keep that in mind when you're building your lineups. I think we could see a little bit too much ownership coming into Hurts at the flex, but keep your eyes peeled. Maybe I'll be wrong. We'll know that once the ownership gets posted. We only have the early game up right now. And when I say right now, I mean 6:33 a.m. If you're a fan of my NBA content, we would have been doing the process right now. Instead, I'm recording NFL contenders videos for you guys just to let you know that Jalen Hurts is the number one contender for tonight's game. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders on DraftKings for Monday Night Football, Eagles and Vikings. FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win a little bit of money. I'm back again Thursday morning for another edition of the Contenders.